Welcome back to A Windy City They Tan Watch, the channel where truth meets freedom, right here in the heart of Chicago. Don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay updated with our latest investigations, interviews, and insights. Your support fuels our fight for freedom and truth. So, let's dive into today's journey, armed with knowledge and the relentless spirit of the Windy City.
Howdy, folks. Sorry about that. Windy City They Tan Watch. We're here on Michigan Avenue. So this is where I lost the body routers yesterday. I was able to disrupt them a couple of times, but they did escape me. I'm going to have to work better at that. Let me get over to the comments tab. Sorry. Howdy, Wendy. Howdy, Heather. Today I'm going to start over on Michigan Avenue and kind of work my way back towards the org so that I can get there by shift change today. I know that I'm probably competing against all the SPTV Nation favorites down in Clearwater, but hopefully we get our Chicago crowd in here. We might see Free Xenu Project today as well. Yesterday, we were able to follow the body routers down here to Michigan Avenue. They did split up, which, by the way, that's a smart tactic. Glad they're learning. I'm going to get across real quick. There's no cars coming. I did lose them. I'll be better in the future. I'll stay a little bit closer. Make sure that I can round the corners faster so that they can't slip into buildings on me. Now, if they do go into the building, what I think I'm going to do is I'll leave the mic hot, but I'll turn the camera off so that it doesn't really bother any guests or any of the hotel workers. Howdy, Greg. Buy a donkey for joining us. I have some friends in the Joburg area and some friends down in Cape Town. We're on Michigan Avenue. Just a beautiful day out here today. Let me kind of turn around. You can see the skyline behind me. So those are the apartments at the southern end of Grant Park. And then behind me, as we look this way, you're looking up to the large building. How do I get out of the way of the camera? You're looking up to the large buildings that are at the north end of Grant Park. So that would be the Aon building, which used to be the Standard Oil, at one point the tallest building in the world, until Sears Tower and then everybody else. Hello, MD Media. Thank you for joining us. Great job in Pasadena. Is Pasadena your home court, or is that just where you were the last couple of days? Howdy, Pup Groomer. Not seeing any Scientology uniforms or anything out here. I don't see our white coat. Howdy, Erica. Thanks for joining us. We're making our way back to the org. So some of the stuff that we've learned this week, right? So after Trashy was able to get into their dumpster and acquire all the documents, which were shared on Growing Up in Scientology with Aaron, they did, a week and a half later, finally put locks on that garbage can, or the dumpster. However, I think I figured out that the dumpster is picked up on Fridays, so Thursday night, that is probably an open dumpster. They have to take that lock off in order for the trash company or disposal company to be able to empty it in that process. We're high 60s today. I'm going to turn the camera around so that you don't have to look at my ugly mug anymore. So rather beautiful day out here today. We're going to come in on Harrison. Yeah, I know that that LRH had a great foothold in South Africa for the longest time. And what I'm unclear and uncomfortable about is like, what are the stances on being able to protest an organization in South Africa? I know that they've had some regime changes and that there are some challenges in that space, or things that I don't want to be caught in a South African jail anywhere. And also, Gregory, sorry, do you know if they're tax-free in South Africa, or if they're considered a religious organization? Howdy, Trashy. Thanks for coming in. Hopefully you got some pictures. On Friday, we had, I think it was Friday, it might have been Saturday. Time is very fluid these days. We had some guests from Greater Cincinnati here, and I had my mirrorless camera out, so I decided I would just take pictures instead of streaming and then help the streamers out. Not that they need help, but just be there in support in case we needed to do anything. Got some good pics of Declared Dave, Trashy, SRA. Got some good face shots of Chadwick, as well as the security guard that likes to play peekaboo. Rather nice day here. Again, I'm still kind of scanning both directions, not seeing any of the body routers out here. No idea if they're watching notifications or not. Yeah. Sorry to hear you were in jail. Some of the things that I find very interesting there is just the degradation in infrastructure. Most of that has to do with the idea that maintenance doesn't seem to be something that the current regime is in. So South Africa goes through just, well, scheduled or unscheduled. Darn it, I forget what they're called, but they're basically rolling blackouts. So your town, city, neighborhood has power for a few hours a day, and then you're kind of in the dark unless you can figure out a way to acquire generators and energy in that way. Hello, Trolling Scientology. That's a new name. I appreciate seeing that. Thank you for coming in. Oh, it might be actually a hotel worker, but I do see a gold vest down the street here. You know what? I'm going to go across the street and then I'll go down Dearborn. But I'm definitely seeing white sleeves and a gold vest. So, see if we can figure out what that is. Punch across here real quick. So last night, I started by kind of searching the neighborhood because I knew there were plenty of people out in front of the org. So I was just searching the neighborhood to see if I could find the body routers. Didn't see them. Makes sense that I think they were inside. And then when I got back to the org shortly after that, two of them left. They tried to be really sneaky and they would run and get around corners on me, but they couldn't really evade me. When we got to Michigan Avenue, which is 6 blocks away from the organization, they split up, and I chose to follow the more veteran one. I figured the newer one wouldn't have as much or as smooth a conversation with people that he was trying to pass out to. And I was able to disrupt the first time he passed out, but then he evaded me. I'm pretty sure that he went into. So anybody reckon? How you doing? So yes, I did see a gold vest and a white shirt, and he's going to head back to the org. I'll go up on this side of the street. Because of where he's at, he's got to either go all the way up to Harrison or all the way down to Polk. He did not have flyers with him. He looked to just have his vest. He was sitting down having lunch. All I did was I waved to him and said, "How you doing?" And that caused him to get up and walk away. That's another thing that if you look at Declared Dave's video, we're showcasing a new character, Midwest Streets, the cousin of LA Streets, and Dave left me a gift of some Scientology reading materials, and I didn't notice until last night or this morning that he had actually left me a mini Midwestern sweatshirt. So love that. I'll use that on my in-studio lives. Our staffer looked back. He wants to see if I'm following him. He walked down the alley. He might run down that alley because he realized that last night he was able to evade me. Now, the alley that he walked down, that's that alley that we were told was private property. And there might be a back door to the imprint if he goes down that alley. It's pretty far down that alley, so I don't know how far he'll get there. And again, since he's just wearing the vest, I don't think that he can hide flyers. So I really have every expectation that he doesn't have flyers. He might have hustled away from here. Let's see here. You know, I'll go down this way. He did go down the alley. He might be hiding in a doorway. There's a claim that this is, no, he went across the street. So he ran to get across the street. You probably can't see through the bushes, but he's walking in front of Pat's Pizza there. The front doors are open to the church. I can see that. But now I've kind of walked around the blind corner, so can't really see right now. If a Scientologist comes out and tells me that I can be that I'm trespassing right now, it would be invalid because Scientology is not a manager of this property or an agent of this property. So their words are meaningless. Love to hear that. Awesome, more South Africans. I apologize. All I know is buy a donkey and Nia. And placebo. And that's, by the way, if my audience isn't aware, South Africa has 11 national languages, English being one of them. And then you've got all of the native languages, might be the best way of saying it. So like Swahili, and the native tribe languages, and Afrikaans. Afrikaans is the youngest recognized language in the world. Afrikaans is originally thought to have been like the nickname for it, or the derogatory statement would be it's kitchen Dutch. So if you speak Dutch, you can usually, or Flemish, you can usually pick up Afrikaans, and if you're talking slow enough, you can communicate with the Dutch. Let's see, what else do I know? I will tell you that my instructor in Afrikaans is incredibly impatient. She's almost like the French, where if you can't speak it right, don't speak it. So. Thanks for that, Gregory. Kind of looking down the street, I'm just keeping an eye on the front of the org. I'm sure that they'll shutter it up quickly. I've missed a couple of lights. Again, Clark Street's a really busy street here in Printers Row. That's why it was such a painful element on the day that it was closed for the opening. Our old friend who sometimes wears flannel is coming out of the org right now, and he's smoking a cigarette. He's in front of that bus, walking down, just smoking a cigarette. I'm gonna go check the back door real quick. Older guy got on phone real quick. That's because you're an out-of-towner. If you were a local, you would know it. Yeah, they've got no activity here at the back door. Yeah, so Wacker Drive, if you go on Lower Wacker, you'll be underneath Franklin, and you can kind of go at speed through there. Good afternoon, sir. No response. I do hope that we'll be able to see Free Xenu project. That does help me a little bit when we've got somebody at the front door, because for some reason they're allergic to SPs and they won't come out the front door. And I can kind of hang around the back door to see if I can engage conversation and to track the body routers. I do. I see a sign up there, so I think that we've got... Oh, I love this. Great job. How are you doing? Are you willing to be on camera or no? Okay. Thank you so much for being here. What you're going to do is you're going to keep them in there, so I'll be able to go to the back door. So I appreciate that. Thank you. Trying to take the sign down? Okay.
I've really been mostly silent other than saying, please don't let them extort you.
Nice. Oh, they've got new signage here. So we're about to see the Bluetooth come out. Hey, Speaker Tech. How are you doing today? Nice to see you again. Will you be helping with the blinds, or am I going to get somebody else to help with the blinds? So we're able to see in the org right now. Several people in here. Not exactly a full population. So as we've known, the organization just doesn't have that many members. They'll claim hundreds, they'll claim thousands. Thank you. That was so nice of you. I appreciate that. Thank you for shuttering the doors. So they'll the doors they'll leave open to try to harass with music for a little bit. Remembering that in the next 30 minutes, we're going to see a lot of members entering and leaving. So that's just kind of a heads up that 12:30 is kind of a shift change, and you'll have an opportunity. Yeah, no problem, no problem. So 12:30 is a shift change. There'll be a lot of people coming in and out. That'll be members in that place. All right, I'm going to head around back real quick. Thank you. She's trying to. She's out here. I hope you enjoyed the sign. Loved it. Yes. And it's right there in the face, right? They can't walk in or out without that. I'm going to try to get to the back, see if I can find the body routers coming out. If I had a checklist, if I was in a cult and had to do the same thing every day, I've done my shade tech. Now we have to do the routing tech. I love that, right? And those are just word, right? So those should show up in the word clearing dictionary, right? So the way that that sign is set up, she's got a PVC sign in the back. Anything positive to say? No. She's just got a PVC sign, PVC pole in the back, and then PVC across the top and the bottom. So she's just holding it, supporting it up. And it's a vinyl sign that's got the two definitions on there. That might be construction. I'm going to walk down. I want to check on a couple of pieces of information that we've been trying to share with people who are in the alley. This gentleman has construction warning gear on, so it's very likely that he's part of the construction crew that is happening at the building behind the org. And yeah, the fence seems to be open so that movement can go in and out, or they can get on and off the property here today. Now, he is in the on the property of the Scientology group. Love this. So somehow this post has gained some words. Got a YouTube channel to watch at the bottom there. And then the SPTV Foundation. I agree, I know. So the SPT Foundation is definitely corn. The other one is showing, the other emblem is showing Trashy's channel. There is no chain today. So the chain doesn't have, or the garbage can doesn't have chain. You can see down there that, right, it's the church has claimed this dumpster. Let's look in. Ooh, water bottles. Oh, I don't know if you can see it. So do you see shredding? Not sure if that's showing up on the camera, but yeah, they've got the crinkle crosscut shredder in there. They haven't taken this off yet either. I'm going to say I love all of the Chicago crowd. I think that for the most part, they're incredibly collaborative and very helpful. You know, there are some outliers, but I've really enjoyed being down here. I will tell you that there are several people who come down, like the person that we saw out in front just now. She isn't filming. She isn't streaming. She's just out here protesting against the organization. See you, Corn. Take care. And there's a few others, Israel, Veda, and it's so much appreciated that they're out here because it causes a bit of pressure on the organization. I need to get a walking sign, or I'll bet that sign the sign that we saw out front, I'll bet that breaks down so that it can be kind of carried in 1 or 2 foot sections and rolled up. Yeah, I'm not sure if it's garbage day or if they've just finally found a shredder. Oops. Howdy, Hans. So yeah, I can't touch their property. So even the windows, I can't touch it. There are some noise ordinances. So while they're playing that music, during the day, typically there is no noise ordinance. It would have to be outrageous for you to be able to call the police. At night, I think it's after 10 p.m., you can't amplify sound such that it can be heard 100 feet away from the source. And just to let you know, as I approach the org, just to give some privacy to our new sign person, I'm going to kind of keep you guys away from her. We definitely see, oh, here comes Jessica running down the street. Hey, Jess, if you want to get famous, we can help you sing. We can help you do all your artwork. So that's our friend Jessica. I love this. Right now, again, I want to kind of give the privacy to the person that's with the sign. But the crowd that just walked past her definitely stopped and looked at that sign. The guy that was in the red shoes bothering Nancy, he just walked in. Ha. They're looking at the sign. So that person stopped and looked at the sign. So Red Shoes just walked in. If you don't remember who Red Shoes is, Red Shoes was bothering Corn, and I think there was somebody else out that, it might have been Juanita. And then I came back to kind of put a buffer between the two of us. I'm going to chat with our protester for a second. Oh, by the way, I don't know if I really held on this, but there is a new sign. There's a premiere party on April 15th. Wait, today at 7 p.m. I wonder if that's only on Scientology TV, so it's on the DirecTV channel, or if it's here. Are you, and again, I'm better definitely keep you off here. Are you by chance watching my stream or anything?
No.
Okay, no problem. Because I was just to say, I'm going to try to keep it. Okay, no problem. I'm going to try to keep it on the wall as I approach here back and forth. No problem. Yep. I love that. Oh, I love. Can I take a picture of the back? Can I take a picture of the back?
They were going to send the sergeant because the guy,
Yeah.
I'll show you a video if you want to see the guy
Yeah.
came out and he was telling her, like, why should I have a sign that has a base and everything?
Yep.
But I looked up the rules.
100%. You are 100%. Yep. Yep. So the person that just walked out was Red Shoes. Yes.
This for her?
Not for her, for anybody. So this is live streaming to the internet. We're against the crimes of this church. So,
Say be careful right here.
yeah. Okay. Yes.
I see. So, what do they do? What do they do? Like my husband was just tell me some of the things she said. But so, like, what do they do?
So one is trafficking. So they do human trafficking. When you enter this cult, they'll separate your family and they'll send your children to a different base than you're at. And since they're a church, the government can't say it's their policy. It's their policy, so it's their church element, and the government will never contradict or will never step in that place. But if you watch, people have died at their hand. So if you ever look up Lisa McPherson online, she had some mental problems. She got to a hospital. The church members came to the hospital and talked the doctors into having her leave AMA. She was dead 2 days later. Danny Masterson raped 3 women in this cult. This happened in 2003. The church prevented them from telling the police. So, and when the victims finally did tell the police, they were ostracized. And here they call it declared. When you're declared, your family has to detach from you. So if you have children that are still in, they can't talk to you. Look up the Chase Wave. So the Chase Wave is financial fraud. They have the social security numbers of all their members. They opened up credit cards with all of their members' names, maxed them out to the top, and then defaulted on all of the payments. Eventually, Chase said, okay, we're going to close all of those cards, and they won't let this in. So this is not a small number of crimes, and these are convictions in this space.
Were you ever involved in this?
I was not. So what it is that there's a group of people that are ex-Scientologists and have been victims of this. So they have something called auditing here. And it's sort of, I would say it's close to counseling. The auditor can be as young as 14, 12 years old. And the person that's auditing could be a perverse adult telling them the most perverse and heinous things. The auditor must stay in the room. How is that not child abuse? And what's really bad, if you walk in there right now, they're going to show you some videos, and they're going to show you some very common sense elements. Buddhist scripture, Shinto scripture, early Judaism scripture, the golden rule type stuff.
Yeah.
And they think that they claim they invented all of that. And it looks very innocuous and very tame and very safe at this level. You'll take a personality test. After you take that personality test, they're going to tell you, hey, you've got these small issues. It looks like you might have some anger issues. Here's a book that'll help you. And then they'll kind of strip away your individuality as they're going through all of these little things that they're fixing of you. So again, it's just such a scary thing that if you walk in there right now, you won't see anything I said, right? It's first date realm, right? Right? I'm not going to show you my warts on the first date.
No, yeah, I get you.
So
We were just curious.
no problem. I appreciate you stopping.
My husband, she was talking to him, but he can't hear. And then I looked
sorry.
at him because I was like, you just walked away from her. And he was like, what? And I'm like, you can't. She was talking to you.
Got you.
So then he
I'll
went
let her
back and he was talking to her.
I'll let her.
And then he was like, did you see that? And all of his friends were like, oh my God, stay away, it's a cult. So then we were all talking about it over lunch. So then we saw you. And then she had talked to my husband over. So we were like, well, we'll ask him what he's doing so we can learn more. So
Excellent.
it's interesting.
I appreciate that.
Yeah, well,
Thank you.
we looked up her
Yes.
her thing on YouTube. So
If you would like to, so mine is Windy City Thetan Watch. Yes, THETAN Watch. Okay. And you'll see links to 100 other sites and victims of this.
Wow.
So,
Okay.
thank you so much for your time. I appreciate that. I'm so sorry. Oh, and by the way, she said that he has a hearing difficulty, so he wasn't ignoring you.
Oh no.
Okay. And that's fully.
I feel, you know,
100%. But yeah, I'll stand out if the police come back. I'll get here in a heartbeat. And
But, so she said yes, that some sergeant lady Howard was going to stop by.
okay, I'll wait for that because you're right. Thank you so much, Fuzzy. Right. Anything positive to tell us about the cult? You've recently told me that everything about the church is great. Can you mention anything in particular? No. Because all you have to do is, there's a sign right there, right? So, yes. Correct. Yep. Your First Amendment right. 100% your First Amendment right. Anything positive about the church you want to tell us? Are you okay that they're not letting women report crimes against them? So, folks, I'm sorry. I wanted to connect with the people that were asking the questions. Hopefully that was a useful conversation. And I didn't have eyes up and down the street because I wanted to be present for them. I'm going to very quickly do another loop. Do you have the video? Are you going to try and get the video up?
My battery's almost
I know. Yeah. Do you have my email address? So Windy City Thetan Watch. If you go to Windy City Thetan Watch, you can find the email on that website, or leave a. Let's see here. Yeah, there'll be that on there. Yep. One second. Wait. Darn it. Sorry, I was mute. The church has called the police on this person with the sign, claiming that she can't do it. But 100%, it's legal. It's a First Amendment protected right. Anything positive about the church you can say yet, or not yet? Yeah. Yeah, I think there's a lot of elements. Now, I'm going to say that I always felt like the Freemasons are at least an organization trying to help the community in those spaces. So money goes in and money comes out. And that's what I'm going to say is different between this organization and charitable organizations, Fraternal Order of Liars, the Elks Club, Knights of Columbus, the Scottish Rite Freemasons, that they're organizations that it's not a money pyramid scheme. They are an organization that they collect money and then they distribute that money back out to the organization or to the community. So, one thing I want to also show you, she has such a sophisticated setup here that sign will roll up, right? So this would be like if I was at a trade show and then it just fits in her little. That looks almost like if you had a lawn chair bag, or if you were an architect, that would be where you would hide your photos. So I love that. And the thing is, I can disguise that in front of my clients. Like I don't want to walk into my clients with some of these signs. Yep, 100%. That's exactly what it is, Dave. All right. Thank you so much. You know what? Can you still take a picture though? Can you take a picture? Because what I'll do is I'll put my email address up on screen, and that'll be easier for you to take a picture of it. Okay. Yeah. So I don't know if you can. Oh yeah. Is it tired?
I think it's dead.
All right,
It's complete.
no problem. Thank you so much. I'm going to take a walk around back.
And I'm gonna go. I have to.
No problem. I appreciate your effort. Thank you so much. All right. Very nice to meet you as well. Folks, I want to just reiterate this again. You don't have to come out here and stream. That person's sign, number one, I'm sure that the people that are inside and seeing that sign are 100% looking at it and saying, interesting words. Yeah. And it's causing an issue. It's causing them to rethink. And I see another protester coming up the street. I'm going to chat with him for just 1 second, and then I'm going to head around back. We've got Free Xenu Project. Hey, Free Xenu. Here's what's going to happen. No. So there's a woman up there with a sign that was great. Now she's going to leave, so try to keep her off. She doesn't want to be on camera. I'm going to go around back, so if you could stay up here for just a second. Thank you. That family stopped because of that sign. And because that sign was there, I was able to engage them and let them know just a short list of the crimes, but those crimes are so easily researchable, right? The idea that, Lisa McPherson is an easy search. Danny Masterson is an easy search. The ability to talk about family separation and child abuses, that's a little bit more difficult because we're listening to ex-Scientologists in that situation. But we've got convictions in certain spaces, and we've got, let's say, incredibly good evidence and corrupt law enforcement in other situations. I very much may have missed the body routers. So that is a waste truck that's up there. But the orange is usually Flood Brothers. And I don't know if there's any Flood Brothers in the alley. It might be the pizza place. That's Pat's Pizza that truck is at right there. I love that sign. And hey, Declare Dave, you've got a job for me. Send me if you can find that on Amazon and send me a link to that. I would love to have it. Now, I do kind of want to be, she's going to leave. They claimed they were going to bring the sergeant back to tell her that it was illegal, but it was in no way illegal. I am walking a couple of blocks over. I want to see if we can get, if our body router escaped. That's awesome. I love that. If you can do me a favor, Greg, hopefully you saw my email address. If you feel comfortable, if you could send me an email address to anything that's an article or a news element on that, I would really love to see that. And thank you, Dave. I see your comment. Do I need to scroll up and find some other comments? Something else that I'm thinking about doing is seeing if I can find like a body harness so that I can just keep the gimbal and the phone going when I'm live. But I want to bring my camera as well. I can just zoom better and I can zoom in very well. So I've got a 500 millimeter telephoto lens that would allow me to kind of see things from further away. And it's a much better video quality than this. Although I'm told that this comes across pretty well. Yes, Free Xenu Project is here. I'm pretty sure that's his handle. There might be some fun numbers after that, but if you want to look up Free Xenu Project. When I came up, again, the The male in the dark suit from yesterday, he was on this street, and he had his vest on with a white shirt, which made it very noticeable, so I was able to kind of latch onto him. Not really seeing anything here, so I'm going to take a little diagonal shot over to State Street. So again, we're on Dearborn now. Beautiful day here in Chicago. We probably had a partial here. Parts of Indiana had a full. I think Cincinnati had a full in that space. Thank you, sir. And folks, if you ever want to contact me and you want it to be a little bit more anonymous, if you go to this site, you'll be able to either contact me through the Contact Us page, and there's an anonymous version or one where you can leave your name on that. And by default, I'm assuming that you want everything to be private unless you tell me that I can publish or post it. And then the link tree, if you're so inclined, because apparently now I have to buy a display sign for conventions. Kind of cut across here real quick. And hello, Mexican Long here. Glad you joined in. We were able to pull the blinds down fairly quickly. This, I'll say, is interesting. We've got a woman in dark clothing with a like a dossier folder behind her. I don't want to be the conspiracy theorist, so it's very possible she's just somebody going to her office. But that looks like the old, let me carry my materials. Love that. And I still love the coincidence that Austin had a squirrel fest this past weekend. Some other people that I'm just really so pleased with. When Selfless Self contacts somebody, he is so confident in his understanding, and his communication skills are incredible. He's very clearly communicative and can express to you and challenge you on so many levels. And you know, Jay, just a workhorse. Dan from LA, right? So Dan's what now? Into protesting. He's had a very stable channel as kind of a travel blogger, a vlogger of LA. And one day he came across the sign that, darn it, I can't remember who the new board member is, but Aftermath Foundation put up a sign right across from the Church of Scientology in LA. And Dan was there when the sign was somehow taken down. I didn't know that. So I can do the GoPro, although GoPro batteries don't seem to last very long, but I can do a Wi-Fi connect to the phone or a hotspot connect to the phone. I'll look into that. And there's also the idea that I might start coming. I have plenty of tripod stands, and some of them are aluminum. That if I need to put the phone down for a short period of time, and I just run around with the camera around my neck all day, so I can at least take pictures and quick videos for future broadcast or for posting online. That'll work too. Something that I just realized for the 1000th time is that when I wrap my hand around the phone to swipe away notifications, you get to see my hand and not the street. Thank you, Susan. Just a reminder, I'm a never in. I've known about the stupidity of the church, not the crimes, but the stupidity of the church for 20 plus years. The crimes of the church are rather new to me, and it's through watching the second gen community that has been able to express on YouTube the crimes against them. And it's interesting, if you watch them, they all have a different prime directive or they have a singular focus and then multiple other focuses. That none of the crimes are acceptable, but you've got Laura and Serge with the child abuse. Aaron will typically say that family disconnection is his biggest element. But boy, the fire department has been very active down here the last couple of nights. So I don't know if you can see them, but they're right across the street at the Dearborn station. It's odd. They're in the little park that lets you pass to Dearborn Park behind Dearborn Station. And I'm going to see how many more times I can say Dearborn in one sentence. Howdy, Willicky. Right? Yeah. Willicky. Willicky? All right, Dave, I've actually also got more homework for you. Does the DJI mic, the receiver, right, so the part that plugs into my phone, it has a USB on it, and I think it will allow me to charge. But can you confirm that? Because I could have looked up last night, but last night I was tired. Yeah, I love that. That even if you didn't remaster them, when you happen across some of these 13-year-old channels, like Tori, I know Tori is back on streaming daily, well, nightly, to go back and look at those 12, 13-year-old videos, just a riot. And it's awesome. It's nothing but knowledge bombs in that space. Now, what I need to do is I need to kind of get a vest anyhow, because I'm probably going to have to stash more batteries on me. I can typically go 2 hours right now on fully charged equipment. The battery that I do have is very strong and it'll recharge stuff in a heartbeat. The DJI mic, I know if I put it back in the case, it will recharge quickly. But there's times where I think I'm prioritizing it correctly. I want to keep the camera in the right location. So I need to learn to put the camera down, fix my battery equipment, get that stuff recharging so that I'm only on the iPhone microphone for maybe 30 minutes while I've got the receiver charging back up to full capacity. And again, I'm learning, and I hope you understand that, and I appreciate everybody's understanding and tolerance. Absolutely. Heading back, I think for News out in front of the org. Today, I might have to kind of hang my hat on the idea that we were able to make contact with that family, give them a fairly clear explanation. Hopefully that makes short video content as well. Absolutely. And I want to encourage everybody, keep filing complaints. Even if nothing comes of it, it becomes a long record. And, it's the idea that there's no major element like that there's no acute incident, but an officer with 50 records in their jacket, that's got to make some police departments think twice. It probably makes other police departments think, oh, this is awesome. I've got a corrupt cop that I can bring on. But keep filing. We know that this organization is very petty, and they're going to kind of file everything to us. So
We got music planned for.
yeah. So they brought the shades down. Haven't had anything there. Sorry, let me back up for a second. We've got Free Xenu Project. I appreciate it. Free Xenu is an out-of-towner. I 100% agree with this, right? And I think that, again, Selfless did a great job the other night when the police were in Austin and they had just been swatted. I don't know what the reason for the call was, but the police did come in hot and heavy there. And Selfless kind of just saying, hey, you're going to get us hurt one day. And you keep on placating to this corrupt organization that's just going to keep on giving these false calls in this situation. And again, I don't care about anybody who says we have no proof that they're making it. They'll stay disconnected as much as they can in this process.
Yet if it was us doing it, they would find out who it is right away and they would arrest us.
Absolutely correct, right? And that Free Xenu just reminding everybody that if it's a protester who might have a call out on them, it's cuffs and jail first, ask questions later. Yep. He's about to go disrupt some smoking down the street. Yeah, this was probably MD. Oh, I'm sorry. You're saying that it was outside the Freemason Church. I just got very much spooked. The car that was parking here ran over a plastic container. Just another reminder that there's something going on. I'm guessing that it's going to be on the DirecTV channel. It might be on the YouTube channel, but there's a premiere party for tonight, tax day. Oh, they don't know what tax day is. They don't pay taxes. Anything positive to say about the church? I'm going to guess no. Nothing positive. Any opportunity to say anything nice about the church? Tell me one great thing. I want to know. How can I be helped by this church? Es una secta.
Es una secta.
Fuzzy, is that what this event is? And again, I just think it's awesome that on tax day, for an organization that doesn't pay taxes, how you doing today? For an organization that doesn't pay taxes, they're having an event this evening.
Oddly enough, they know most people have their taxes in and have got their money back already. And hey, we're going to have a way for you to spend that all.
Yep.
Well, that is a beautiful piece of art.
Yes.
That is cool.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that is fun.
So what happens on seasons of Scientology? Every time that I go to the Scientology channel, it's just it feels like it's a looped tape of what's going on. Yeah, that's ridiculous. And you're right. 100%, somebody's going to get hurt. The couple that just walked by, also, he explained to her that, yeah, it's a cult. No. Mexican, I need you on now. Oh, I need to learn Spanish. So this woman is all good, Erica. Thanks for being here. This person is speaking in Spanish, so no idea what they're talking about. Anything positive to say about the church? Nothing positive about your cult? You're still supporting all the criminals? Sexual abuse is okay? Not allowing women to report crimes, that's okay? And I'm sorry if the people inside of Paisans are accidentally hearing. And there's an implied not sorry in there.
Sounds like they were having an issue with the fact that it's not Christianity, and that's what they originally thought when they walked in.
Awesome. Oh, De Jesus, right? So we should be able to say De Jesus or Cristo. So whenever I see a Mexican church, De Cristo.
And she goes, oh, see.
Yeah. Okay, good. Good.
Yeah, so she understood what I was saying.
Up.
Hello, can I ask you a question, sir? Do you mind?
Still nothing positive about the church to talk about?
Yeah, nothing at all.
You have free advertising right now. You can tell anybody the greatness of this church. Communication's the universal solvent. Hey, Zeno, I've got a client in about a half hour, so I'm gonna head over. Thank you so much. You're in charge. Tag.
I'll be here for a while.
If we're still here, free Zeno project. So if I can have the mods help get everybody over to that, and let's raid free Zeno. Oh, 1 second.
I can't remember. So if I go in that federal building over there,
yes.
The lobby is that lobby still public?
The lobby is until you get to the security, right?
Okay.
So then, in order to exit the lobby, you'll have to go through security. Right. So you can stand in the lobby, and you might be able to find a guard and talk to them. Also, there's guards that'll stand out the door right here on like halfway up the building. Okay. There's sometimes guards there that maybe they'll have a conversation with you.
Yeah, I think I'm going to do that right now, and then I'll give them time to,
roll up the shades and come back, or run the battery down on the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So today, a couple of things that I think were significant, right? I was able to find the body router as I came in, and part of my strategy was I was going to go out to Michigan Avenue and work my way back so that they couldn't have escaped. So I think we had a good success there. We had a good contact with the family, and were able to explain just a short list of the crimes, and I think that they fully understand and believe what we're talking about.
Anybody that doesn't understand what Scientology is, and then they feed off that.
I am, Ellie. If we can redirect to another live, and like I said, Free Xenu Projects is right here.
I've got a couple questions for some government officials.
Nice. Free Xenu is going to go over to the immigration court real quick and see if he can just get any conversation with any of the people in that space.
And I may have to close down my live stream at one point, but I'm going to try to.
We saw an awesome sign from just a protester. So the person would rather stay anonymous. I'm going to do whatever I can to make sure that I'm not showing her face on camera, but she had an awesome sign out front. The police did try to come, and twice they came.
Oh, they did?
And they said that they would send the sergeant back out to explain why it's illegal, but it's not advertising, and it's her First Amendment right to protest as much as she wants to. The claim was they couldn't have it have a sign base, and I'm just going to say that's bullshit. The ordinance says nothing about not having a sign base. Plus, she held the sign the entire time. So it wasn't something that she left, she just left freestanding.
they're doing. I've noticed they're taking ordinances from other cities
Right.
and citing them as though it's Chicago city ordinances.
Correct. And I've been very fortunate. Ellie will look up the ordinance for me when I'm in real time.
Nice.
Now I've felt on some of these, I know what those are, but she's definitely helped here. I think the people are going to transfer over to you. I'm going to go ahead and move forward. Everybody, thank you so much for joining. If you head over to Free Xenu, let them know I sent you. Take care now.
Welcome.